Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have not a huge card. I mean, I think we do have like 9 games in the NBA or something like that, 4 in the NHL. So we get an okay card to go over for today, but we'll quickly recap yesterday before we head into it. Solid day for me. I actually never put up any of my college basketball yesterday, or I never bet any of the college basketball yesterday. Whoops. NBA, one play, one winner. Toronto Raptors plus 110. Nice little winner there. Went 3-1 in the NHL. Les Habitants continue to cash as underdogs. I'm just going to keep riding them until proven otherwise. With Montreal, they've been on fire, and there's no reason to go against them right now. Edmonton -1. Go figure. The one play that I liked the most on the card was my only loser, which was Edmonton -1. They lose 3-2 to Washington. No McDavid was a problem apparently. I thought this was going to be a spot where Edmonton steps up and perform. Nope. It is what it is. Florida, Anaheim over 5.5. Team coming in off of a shutout loss. These two teams just played each other. It was 3-0 Florida. Florida does pick up the win again. 5-2 Panthers over the Ducks, over 5.5. Nice winner there. And ended it off here, Tim, with the Buffalo Sabres plus 155. Nice little winner there for me. To end the night, they beat Vancouver 3-2 in that one there. So overall, 4-1 up 3.90 units. So a really strong day yesterday. Hoping to bring that into today. I've already moved on 1 game so far.
I will say yesterday did put us back in the positives for the year in general. We're up 2.8 units now for the year. Yesterday was a good day. College basketball went 4-3. Had the over in the Ohio EMU game, finished 94-87. You had Montreal, which was a nice winner. We had the under in the Texas Tech game, did not get there. We had the over in the Akron game, did not get there. Toronto Raptors plus 110. Nice money line winner there. They were down 20 at one point in that first quarter. Yeah, they won by 16. The over in the Illinois State game was a nice winner. Edmonton was a loser. I had 2 system plays yesterday. They went 1-1. I forgot I need to stop betting against Louisville. For whatever reason, I cannot get that stupid team right. At least Texas -2 came through. We finished off the night nicely because Wisconsin plus 3.5 was a winner. The over in the Florida game was a winner, and then you had the Sabres as well up on the site. Up 4.37 units on the site yesterday, so a good day there. And hopefully we can keep I think that's 2 days winning in a row. So no, because the day before was an 0-3. The Sunday was a winning day, or the Saturday was. But anyways, hopefully we can keep on the winning ways. Got a decent NBA card, and I know we have 3 games already up in college basketball today, Nick.
Yep. Head over to the chat. I'm just putting up. I'm just betting my college basketball now, so I don't forget.
All right, here's going to be a lot of 4-4-6. You're going to have to let that go. I stopped caring about that a while ago. Congrats to the Genius 8-4 on the site. About time we see your news on the chart. Yeah, that seems a little. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's a lie. Whatever. Yes, we know we can't always be on the show. We actually have to work. We don't make enough money doing this, so we have other jobs. Yes. Got a tip from a birdie. Tim likes Houstonite. Good job. You watched the Picks and Parleys free play video. Where the hell is everyone? They're coming.
You scared them.
Good luck today, y'all. Good luck. 446. No one likes you, so they don't want to be in the chat. So, no, I'm kidding. Let's jump into the NBA, Nick.
Yeah, let's get started. Phoenix Suns, Brooklyn Nets. The Suns 11.5-point favorites, total of 219 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one here, where this line opened up at a 9.5. It's now 11.5 for Phoenix. So we do have a line move towards the Suns in this game. Line opened up to 22.5. It's down to a 219. So we can move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. We do have 51% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the Suns. The line is moving towards them too. So Suns look a little sharp. Am I laying 11.5 points on the road? That's a pretty simple no, especially when you could have gotten like a 10.5 last night. That's not terrible. I've chased steam a little bit worse than that. Brooklyn, they're coming in. They're struggling as of late. The bottom has kind of fallen out for the Nets. They've lost 4 in a row, 9 of the last 10. They're coming in off of a loss but a cover against the New York Knicks. They played that game close. They lost by 4 against New York. That was last night. And then they will play Miami, Sacramento the next 2 games after that. Am I laying the points with Phoenix? No. 80% tickets, 72% cash on the over. Line's dropping. Am I interested maybe in an under? A little bit. But overall, not a game I need to get involved with.
Yeah, Brooklyn on a second leg of a back-to-back. So not really a spot that I would like to go after. I will say, if you look back at yesterday for the NBA, I know I mentioned one thing during the show saying, hey, if I grab every single dog, I'd make money. I would have. Well, yeah, I would have been up 1 unit if I did that. Portland won outright. All the other ones got blown out, though. But for today, I can't go after the Nets just because I don't really see this as a good spot for them coming off of a game against their rivals. So just not really the most ideal spot for them. So not really interested in anything there. I'm not laying 11.5 points on Phoenix, who's 14-27-1 against the spread this year. Not really going to touch a total in this game. I have spots that I like on today's card. I'm going to start this one off with a pass, though.
Fair.
There is, no way Suns can be 11.5-point favorites. Give me the Nets. Contest pick. There's no contest. Okay, now. What's up, Mike? Text, Brooklyn team total over. Team total under. Suns team total over. Why don't you just take the Suns spread? I had Nets money line. Yeah, that's rough. I did Nets money line and Blazers first half. Oh, that's rough, dude. That's rough. I'm sorry about that one. No, Markel. I will be interested. I think I'm going to end up doubling up on this game. I like this game a lot.
All right, let's get into it. We have the Detroit Pistons and the Atlanta Hawks. This line opened up at a 4.5. A minute and a half later, it went to a 3. So really, the opening line was a 3. Now we're seeing 2.5. Opening line 236.5. Went all the way down to a 234.5. And that's exactly where we're sitting now. A 2-point line movement towards the under. And a 1-point line movement towards, or a half-point line movement towards the 12. We do have 72% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the Hawks, yet the line's moving against them. 74% of the tickets, 71% of cash is on the over. The line's dropping in this one here. This feels like Detroit in the under. If I'm looking at anything in this game, I'm more interested, I think, in the side than the total. Because I do like Detroit in this game a little bit. I mean, the public is all over Atlanta. The line is dropping. And this is a Detroit team that, yeah, they're coming off of a win that snapped a 2-game losing streak. Atlanta is not something – they're coming in off of a loss in their last game. They played New York. But they had won 3 games in a row previous to that against Boston, Chicago, Phoenix. I think that Detroit could be – I think there's arguments that Detroit is the better overall team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting +3 over on Fanatics. I'm going to go ahead and move on it there. Give me the Pistons in this one, +3.
You were half right. Pistons in the over. And if you want to go Pistons team total over, that's fine too. I got both over two. I got 233.5. So, and the rest I see is 234. So and a half. So I think I got a good line on that one. And then I got Pistons. I just left the points at the door. I got plus 122. This is a Pistons team that I've been making some money off of lately. They have won 3 out of their last 5. They've covered in those games, although with a spread like this, I don't really care about cover rates. So not really looking at that. Amazing the how this team has kind of transformed from last year. They're at game over 500 and sitting in a play-in spot. So I think Pistons are working their way up, and with the line move and everything, I'm going right towards them here. Pistons plus 122 and the over 233.5 in this one.
I believe the Pistons have already cashed their over win total too, right?
No, not yet. They've
What
only
was their
won.
preseason win total?
They've only won 22 games.
What was their win total?
Probably 30 something at least. You don't normally get win totals in the 20s.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, I don't think their win total was that low. I could be wrong, but I just don't see their win total being that low.
I'm gonna look real quick.
Let's go to the chat. Nets team total under. If you know, you know. Fernando, Cephal46. Tim loves Pistons in the over before he walked. Okay. Under? No. What does Jet Boy Tim think about Glenn as the new head coach? I don't really care all that much. I'm not. Football season's kind of done now, so I don't bet under with Hawks. Neither do I. Hello 446. Okay, what up, Markel? See, I know more. Yeah, I know. You got it. Good job. Fernando, my man, I got a Red Bull money line and first half money line. Red Bulls. Some MLS action for you? There you go. Let's jump into the next game, Nick.
Yeah. Okay. They're getting close. I found their preseason win total. You know what it was?
What was it?
28.5.
Yeah, so yeah.
They're getting close. They're getting close to that. I wouldn't want to have the under on that right now. Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, 2.5 point favorite toward the T-Wolves, total of 217. Taking a look at the line history in this one, opened up at a 2. It's now a 3 for Minnesota, so we do have a move towards Minnesota. The line opened up at a 218.5. It's down to a 216.5, so move towards the under here as well. In this game, taking a look at the cash flow in this one here, 70% of tickets, 77% of cash is on the T-Wolves. Lines at least moving towards them, 83% of tickets, 74% of cash is on the over, and the line moving towards the under. Kind of makes me think that this could be an underlook. Minnesota has, I believe, they're one of the better defensive teams in the NBA. And Dallas, I think, offensively has kind of struggled without Luka. I think that's something that has been a thing for them lately. They're 3-7 over under the last 10 games. Minnesota, they're 5-5. They play decent defense. I'm thinking under in this game.
I feel like these are two teams that I just do not want to bet right now. Dallas just hasn't looked the same since not having Luka, which is understandable. You lose one of the best players in basketball, and you're not going to look great. At the same time, I just can't get behind them right now. And they are also coming off of losing 4 out of their last 5. They're 1 win out of their last 5 games, Nick. Oklahoma City, which I had them that game, so that was actually kind of nice. Minnesota on the opposite side has been mid-Minnesota this year. They're 22-21. They've lost 3 out of their last 5. Granted, the 3 losses were Golden State, which Cleveland and Memphis, who are currently 2 of the top 5 teams in basketball. So I understand that. 2 teams that I just don't want to be backing right now, so I'm just not going to really get involved in this one.
Fair. I'm moving on the under 216.5 minus 110. In this game, we got two of the top 12 defenses in basketball here. No Luka for a while now, and that Dallas offense has really slowed down without him. I see this as a first to 100, 105 wins type of game.
I can see that. That's fine. I'm just not going to grab one right now. Words say less. Writing that down. I got somebody anytime goal last night. Guessing that's soccer. Wolves are trash. Never been them again. The one team I do not trust. Hey, that's fine. I know you're just trying to make fun of me, but might take a shot on his first goal scorer. Okay. Wolves might howl tonight. You're going against my team. I don't blame you, though. Sorry. Your team probably smacks them, though. Over. Luka is hard. It's hard to back the Mavs without Luka and Lively. Clay questionable. Yeah, I agree with that one. That's why I'm kind of staying off of it. Your Knicks slow down Towns from the Wolves. Randall is trash. Stole. I hope so. Okay. When I look in today morning mirror, I'm reminded yet again I am a winner. Sabres money line.
Yes. I believe they're almost out of last place in the East now.
They're no.
I know it's good.
The Islanders keep winning, so right?
The Islanders did not play last night. They are on a 2-game win streak, though.
I was about to say no. They're still in the bottom by 4 points, so they're not close to getting out yet. I don't know that, Fernando. Yep, we have a midfielder playing as a defender. It's that bad. How about the Sharks pulling a 3-goal lead? Awful.
That's why I didn't bet them for a reason.
Yeah. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Houston Rockets and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have the Cavaliers 3-point favorites with a total of 230.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, which opened up at a 4, but a minute and a half later it was a 2.5. So quick adjustment there, and then it went up to a 3. So I'm going to call it a half-point line movement towards Cleveland. Line opened up at a 233. It's now a 231. So we'll move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow here. 80% of the tickets, 69% of the cash. Nice is on the Cleveland Cavaliers. At least the line's moved a little bit towards them for those who want to back them. 65% of the tickets are on the over, but 53% of the cash is on the under in this game here, as we have the sharp money coming on the under. Lines moving slightly towards it, gone from a 233 down to a 231. And now we're starting to see some 230.5s out there. Sharp money on the under. I'm interested in this under. I think this is a playoff-style basketball game tonight. Two of the top teams in basketball, the 2 seed in the West, the 1 seed in the East. We have Houston coming in off of a loss as well, 107 to 96. We have Cleveland coming in on 2 straight wins against Minnesota, Phoenix. So, for me, I'm interested in this under, and I want to see if I can still get a 231 for this game, but I'm going to move on the under in this one.
Yeah, I already got involved in this game last night, and I took Houston. I got plus 130 now for them. I think it's a bounce back spot for them. Plus, this one, I feel like this sets up exactly how I treated the Cleveland Oklahoma series, where they went and played each other twice within a week. Yeah, these two teams play against each other again on the 25th. So I want to treat this one the same way as I'm taking Houston today, and I'll be grabbing Cleveland in the game on the 25th. So for me, I'm on the Rockets money line on this one. I think they split. I think these two teams are evenly matched. I think they split the series the next 3 days.
Fair. I got 231 over on FanDuel. I'm on the under at minus 110.
There you go. Under. Dude, I gave this out in a free pick video last night on Picks and Parleys. So good job, you watched the video. Leaning over in the Cavs game. Give me lean first half Rockets. It's at 230. No way they give me the under. Houston can't score. Has Houston ever had a total in the 230s? Yes, they have.
Plenty.
They've had plenty. Let's go to this one, Nick.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks and the New Orleans Pelicanos on this one here. 5.5-point favorites are the Bucks in this game. Total of 235.5. Line opened up at a 7.5, went down to a 7, 6.5, 6, now 5.5. So we got a 2-point line movement towards New Orleans in this one here. Line opened up 232. It's now 236. So we have a 4-point line movement towards the over here as well. 74% tickets, 81% cash on the over. That makes sense. 71% of the tickets and 69% of the cash is on the Pelicans. Yet this is on the Bucks. Yet this line's moved towards the Pelicans, suggesting to me the Pelicans are very live in this game. And I want to take a look to see if what's the best available number I can find on New Orleans, because they definitely interest me in this game. On FanDuel, they're hanging in a 6 at -110. Sign me up. I'll take a little Pelicans action in this game at +6. The market's pointing that direction. The cash flow part, the line moves in that direction. Cash flow correlates. This is a New Orleans team that's playing much better as of late. 4 straight wins since we recommended the over 21.5 wins, which I never bet. 5 of their last 6 they've won, and the only game they didn't win was a 1-point loss against Boston. No shame in that whatsoever.
Nope.
On the flip side, Milwaukee is coming in playing some good basketball as well. They've won 4 in a row. Sacramento, Orlando, Toronto, and Philadelphia, though.
Nah.
Not great competition.
Smallest favorite was a 2-point favorite.
Yeah, so they've been taking care of business, though. I think this is a spot where New Orleans keeps it close. Give me the +6 or -110 over on FanDuel.
I'm on the same side. I got 6 with the Pelicans. And this is I know we've seen a little bit more of a covering time from the Bucks, but at the same time, I'm not going to believe it. I'm not buying into them yet. I know if Marcos was here, he would be telling us to keep buying into them, but I'm not doing that. This is a Bucks team that is slowly working their way up the standings again. Because now they are the number 4 team in the East after having kind of a really rough start to the season. I'm looking at it now. If the Pistons win today, they'll be in a playoff spot.
Wow.
But this is a Pelican spot for me. I think I was very close to just going Pelicans outright. I'm not going to, but it would be a big lean towards the Pelicans outright.
Yeah, maybe that's worth a quarter unit.
A week ago, Tim said, don't trust Pelicans, but we said their players back, so 4 straight wins. Congratulations. Let's jump on to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Charlotte Hornets and the Memphis Grizzlies. 12-point favorites are the Grizzlies. Total 241, a big total in this game here. Line opened up at a 10.5. It's now at 12, so we do have a line movement towards the Grizzlies in this one. Line opened up 236.5. It's now at 241, so we'll move towards the over here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot here, where we have 51% of tickets, 60% of the cash on the Grizzlies, and the line is moving towards them. So looks like sharp money coming in on Memphis to basically smash and grab Charlotte here at home. 65% of tickets, 64% of cash is on the over. This line has done nothing but skyrocket towards the over, with it opening up at 236.5 and going all the way up to the 241. Charlotte, they've been an interesting team this year. They don't win games, but they cover games. But yet, they've won 3 in a row, Tim, against Utah, Chicago, and Dallas. They are 5-1-1 ATS in their last 10 games, or in the last 7 games. So they've been a strong ATS team. 3 straight wins for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've covered in 4 or 5. Ultimately, not a game I'm getting involved with. If I'm playing, I'm laying, but I'm not going to.
It is a big spread. But if there's a team that you're going to trust, Memphis has been a really good against the spread team this year.
They're a team on mission.
28-15. They're proving that last year they were just missing a couple players, and bada bing, bada boom, they're right back in the conversation. They are currently the number 3 team in the Western Conference. They're a half game behind Houston. They're a game behind Denver, a game ahead of Denver. So we're beginning to get a separation between, Oklahoma City, then the three with Houston, Memphis, and Denver, and then everybody else in the West. And I strongly believe that Memphis is I knew they were going to be a good team. They were a team that I'm like, well, they were just missing Ja last year. He's kind of like their glue, and they look a lot better this year. So I would be very intrigued to want to look towards Memphis. If I was ever laying points, I'd be okay with it. Am I doing that? No, I am not. I'm not laying points right now. At least 12. Like, I'm not going to lay double digits unless there's a really good reason to, and I don't really see a good reason to. Memphis is coming off of 3 straight wins, so I don't really see the need to go and lay that many points.
Fair. Yeah, maybe if Memphis was off a loss or something, I'd be more interested in laying this type of number.
Yep. You keep saying it, but there's still no contest. You kind of, yeah, whatever. Tim, jump on the bandwagon. Giannis points. Is it true Coyote left the Earls after getting his contest money? I don't know if he did, so be it. I'm not. Hey, at the end of the day, this is about money. So, we do appreciate anybody who does stick by. But, Grizzlies, Memphis money line is a contest play, dude. The Memphis Grizzlies are like minus 2,000 on the money line. You're an idiot. Team total is 126. That would be a little bit more respectable. Please don't go and say minus 1,700 money line. Speaking of, actually no, they're not the minus 1,700. This is
the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Utah Jazz. Line opened up at a 17.5. It is down to a 17, so there has been a half-point line movement here towards Utah. Still some 17.5s out there, but on BetOnline it's moved to half point. Line opened up 223. It's now at 227.5, so a big move towards the over here as well. We have 67% of tickets, 75% of cash on the Thunder, and then 81% of tickets and 88% of cash is on the over in this game here. The Thunder, if they were coming off a loss, that's when I'd be interested in laying this type of number. But am I interested at all in this right now? No. This was, I think, one of the easier passes on the card. I think it's dog or pass, but I mean that's pretty easy to say at a 17-point spread.
Yep.
But yeah, no, not a game I have any interest in whatsoever.
I kind of thinking maybe a lean towards the over here. And it's only because I think that Oklahoma City can stockpile about 130, 135 on them. And I could easily see this one being 135 to 110 or something like that. I'm never laying this amount of points. I don't care what your situational spot is. I don't care how bad of a loss you're coming off of. This is never a spot that I'm going to go and bet for anything like that. So it's over or nothing. I'm not going to bet this one, though.
No.
Oh, I forgot. I want an apology from Nick after yelling at me on X after the Northern game.
No, you were being a dick, and you know it.
There you go. We got 2 more NBA games, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. We have the Kings 7.5-point favorites with a total of 228.5 in this one here. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Line opened up 6.5. It's now 7.5. So we do have a move towards Sacramento. Line opened up 227. It's now 230. So we do have a move towards the over in this one as well. We have 65% of tickets, 63% of cash is on the Kings in this game. The line's moving towards the Kings. 83% of tickets, 87% of cash is on the over, and the line has moved towards the over here as well. Another game that I really don't too much of an interest in. This would be if I'm playing on laying, I would only look at the Kings in this spot here. Sacramento has been, I feel like, playing better basketball as of late. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. The only game they lost was to Milwaukee. I believe I was on Milwaukee in that game too. Well, this is a Sacramento team playing some good basketball right now. They've clawed themselves back into a play-in spot. So this would be Kings or nothing. I do not trust the Warriors, but the one thing that ultimately would keep me off of the Warriors or off the Kings in the spot, I'll let Tim probably talk about here when he breaks down the game. So no play for me here in this one. But I guess I'd lean Kings, but I don't want the Kings with the Warriors coming off of. Talk about it.
Warriors coming off of a 40-point loss. That puts me right onto the Warriors. Yes, I know. I know this is a Warriors team that I've been shit talking the entire year. But when you come off of that bad of a beating, where they took it off TV and put it on that orange and black website, that's an ugly game. 125-85. Or was it 130? Was it
125 to 85?
Yeah. Just an absolute ugly game. And whenever I see a team get blown out like that, I took them plus 7.5 here. I'm not taking their money line, although it's kind of intriguing. I'm grabbing the Warriors here, plus 7.5. Yes, Sacramento's been playing good basketball. They did come off of a win the other night against Houston, but that was Houston on a second leg of a back-to-back. Not taking away what Houston's been doing, but on a second leg of a back-to-back, it's kind of a bad spot for them in general. But I'm going to be on the Warriors here, just a kind of a get back spot for them after what was a 40-point loss.
Yeah.
I see a moneyline parlay forming with 4 big faves. What can possibly go wrong? Kings now. Suns, Grizz, Thunder, Kings. Minus 114 parlay. I'm going to say that gets snapped by the Kings. Clips have some big players out. I see plus 10. We'll talk about that game in a minute because that might be a little bit more interesting. And you're not worried about Kuminga and Green out. This is more of a situational spot for me. Whenever I see that, like what we see here, where Warriors are coming off a 40-point loss, I like to go and back the team that just got blown out. So Kings have no players out. I know this is kind of just like a system play for me. That's fine. That's fine. We got one more NBA game, Nick, and they mentioned a couple of big players out for the Clippers.
Yeah, we have the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Clippers. The Celtics 10-point favorites now, a total of 217.5. This line opened up at a 5.5. It's now all the way up to a 10. Line opened up at a 220.5. It's down to a 218. Let's take a look at the cash flow, where we have 57% tickets, 63% of cash on the Celtics, 94.95 on the over in this game here. Now, obviously, we saw this line move 4.5 points. It's not market related. It was brought up that the Clippers are missing some players, which probably could have put 2 and 2 together with a massive line move. And looking at the injuries there, yeah, Kawhi Leonard's out, Zubac is out, Tucker is out, Powell is day-to-day, Harden is day-to-day, Batum is day-to-day, Dunn is day-to-day. So, yes, they are dealing with a lot of injuries. At this point, it's Clippers or nothing now.
Yep.
With just the line value of the game, of it moving all the way to 10, do I want to get involved with that? Hell no. It's the NBA, so this could be a spot where either all of the players. Here's what's going to happen: all these players are ruled out for the Clippers, and the Clippers either win this game outright or they get blown out by 47. Like, I think there's no in between. No, not 47, like a 30-point blowout.
No, I got what you mean.
There's no in between for this game. So I would be interested. I think if you, which sounds crazy, if you're looking to take a shot on this game, take the Clips money line. I would throw maybe a 1/10 of a unit on that and move on if you have to bet this game. But I'm not betting this game.
How funny would it be if maybe the Clippers are the team that breaks all the parlays at the end of the night?
Imagine it's the last game of the night.
You know what? I'm doing it. I'm not taking money on. I'm just taking spread. Because I'm not. Well, I am that crazy. I took the Nets money line the other day. But I am going to go ahead and I can get 10.5 with the Clippers. Yes, I know all the injuries. That's fine. Line shit. This just seems like the perfect parlay breaking spot. So give me the Clippers plus the 10.5.
Okay. I think I might get involved with it later in the night because I have a feeling that this line goes up a little bit more. Like I have a feeling if I sat here and I waited till I don't know what time is this game, 10. If I bet this game at 9 o'clock, an hour before tip off, I could probably get a 12.
Maybe you could,
and that's especially if like Harden gets ruled out or something like that.
Not a bad option. Fernando, the Earls don't look at injury reports. These guys are numbers guys. Morning, Cody's here. Cody's here. No. Yeah, I took a $50 and ran. Bought a house, car, went to the casino. Yeah, okay. With this game, you guys have to think the Celtics try tonight. They love to take nights off. And we're going to move on because I'm not bringing up any political stuff in a sports betting chat. Thank you very much. Let's jump into the final game. Let's jump into hockey, Nick.
Yeah. Let's get into it here. The New Jersey Devils and the Boston Bruins. This is the only game I've gotten involved with so far. The Devils are minus 205. Actually, I'm starting to see some 220s out there. So this line has moved dramatically towards these New Jersey Devils. Now, am I getting involved with the Devils? No. That's not the play I got involved with either. I was looking more at the side. I do have the Devils around minus 170, minus 175 favorite in this game. So I think this line's about right. Now, obviously, not on the Devils side. I think the line's 50 cents off. But like with the way that games are juiced, I'm seeing the Bruins at plus 180. So I see slight value on them now that they're plus 180. However, I'm not getting involved with that. I have this game projected for 6.62 goals, and I'm seeing a 5.5 here. I moved on the over 5.5 at $1.20 last night. This is another spot where I've been targeting a lot of these over 5.5s with games I have projected up in the 6s, and this is just another one of those spots here. Boston has been an over team as of late. When you look at them, they have gone over the total in 4 straight games, and then you look at the previous. If you look at their previous 8 games, they've gone over the total in 6 of the 8. And the 2 games they didn't go over the total, they gave up 4 goals in both those games. It was a 4-0 and a 4-1 loss against Edmonton and against Tampa Bay. So this is a Boston team that's been giving up goals. And this is a New Jersey Devils team that I had projected to be scoring more goals. Like, this is a Devils team that offensively has been struggling as of late. They've scored 1 goal in 3 of their last 4 games. And they've lost 4 in a row. This feels like a nice get right spot here for New Jersey, potentially. I'm on the over 5.5 in this game. I'm minus 120 is what I got on it last night.
I don't think the Bruins should be this big of a dog right now.
I do.
And the main reason I look at it, they've won 3 out of 4, and the one loss was a shootout loss to Ottawa. They've been scoring goals 4, 6, 5, and 6 the last 4 games. They look good altogether. 2 of those wins were against Florida and Tampa. One of those wins was a come-from-behind win against the Sharks. So this has been a Boston team that's looked good as of late. And you got a New Jersey team that has looked like shit. They've lost 5 out of their last 6. Their one win was an overtime win against Tampa. They lost to the Rangers, who weren't playing good at the time. Granted, Florida and Toronto, not bad losses. I'm never going to, especially overtime and shootout games there. But a loss to Philly and a loss to Ottawa, scoring 1 goal each. Now, this just seems like a spot that I would take the Boston Bruins here. And you can get their money line around plus 180. I would go Boston in this game.
I think if you want to back Boston, I'd go team total over, which is plus 105 over on Bovada at 2.5. I think that if Boston wins this game, they score at least 3 goals.
I could see that. That or I'm falling for a big trap, and it's going to be like a 4-1 Devils win.
I think this is a spot. I would say more likely this is a spot where the Devils win 5-1 rather than the Bruins win a 4-3. like that type of match.
You know, but if I'm falling for a trap, I'm getting a team that's playing really good hockey at plus 180. So I'm just gonna ride with that.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm just on the over though. I'm not gonna be on team total.
Okay. Your chat now.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. See, no politics. Yeah, no politics. We talk sports here. Ever since Nick picked the Devils to win the cup, they haven't won a game. They have won a game. They've struggled. They've definitely struggled, but they have won games. I've been taking a little break from betting. Kind of wish I could do the same right now. Kind of waiting for baseball. Me too. Yeah. Losing it? Yeah. No. Actually, not that much. Down 4.5 units. Just bored of it. And I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Doing this day in and day out.
Doing it day in, day out. Like college basketball is what is really draining right now with capping every single game and things along those lines. I'm kind of ready for baseball where I can sit down and focus on baseball.
Yeah.
I think that's why I do so much better in baseball than all these other sports. Is right now my what I want to be my main sport is hockey. I am focusing on hockey and NBA, college basketball, and NFL, and college football. Well, you can eliminate the college football now, but like there are so many sports going on right now. For a good at least half the baseball season, the focus is on baseball and baseball only. Other than some playoff basketball and playoff hockey.
And WNBA.
And some WNBA, which we all love some WNBA. Even then, I could throw WNBA on the back burner. Like that's not but yeah, I get that. Play the market. Devils. I would play Boston plus 183. Nick jinx the Devils. Whatever. It's also very. Also, you got to keep in mind, New Jersey, I think, is sitting in a spot where they know they're pretty safely in a playoff spot. And things along those lines. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm waiting. I will never get bored of action on anything. I live for action. I think after a while, I've had some nights where I've just turned on TV shows and stuff like that rather than.
I don't watch most games.
Like I haven't watched much action lately. It's just scoreboard watching for me some nights. But yeah. When they don't have excitement, that's supposed to be a hobby. And then that's why when I take a break.
This is a job for us. So
unfortunately, yeah, this is a job. Or not unfortunately, but yeah, it's a job. It's a job for us. So yeah. It should be a hobby, not addiction. Why I take breaks. Yeah. Why are you guys waiting for baseball? Dodgers Yankees World Series. Why bother this season?
Because we were one of the best handicappers on picks and parlays last year when it came to baseball. Hold on, let me pull that up real quick
because it was we are successful in baseball.
MLB.
And I actually saw a stat the other day. You know how many times in the last 25 years a World Series champion finished with the best record in baseball? 6 times.
By the way, last year in baseball, number 2 on the Picks and Parlays website, 386 and 383, up 43-19. So that was our best season by far for any sport. So yes, we love baseball.
And I've been tracking the off season. I've been starting prep for future shows. So yes, baseball always has and always will be my number one sport.
Not to mention, real quick, for the Picks and Parlays website, since we started, 1384 and 1498. So we're 115 games under 500. We're profitable about $700. So it's been one of our best sports. So yes, no, we love being able to bet baseball.
Yes. Plus you get plenty of action in baseball. Yep. Plus I love diving into like prospects and depth pitching and stuff like that, bullpens, and it's just a lot of fun. But we'll move on. Columbus Blue Jackets, and okay, I'm in baseball mode apparently. I was watching a baseball podcast as I was typing these
Blue
up.
Jays. No, this team's actually good.
Hey, the Blue Jays signed Tony Taters there.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
They got now just with Tony Taters, they're going to put some poutine on top of it. But the Maple Leafs are minus 225 favorites in this game, total of 6 in this spot. I'm starting to see some 200s out there. So this line is dropping a little bit, and I agree with the line dropping a little bit. I think this Blue Jackets team has been playing too good to be this big of a dog against the Maple Leafs. And I get it. The Maple Leafs have been good this year. They've been better than I thought they would. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They beat New Jersey, they beat Montreal, and they beat Tampa Bay. On the flip side, we have Columbus, who had a 6-game winning streak and then went into New York and came out with 2 losses. Lost 1-0 in a shootout to the Rangers, lost 3-1 to the Islanders. So they've kind of cooled down a little bit there. I would only look dog or pass here in this one game for me. I would only look towards the Columbus Blue Jackets at a plus 170 price tag. I'm actually very interested in that. Plus 175 over on Fanatics. I'm going to take a shot here. I think this line is way too wide on the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I'll take a shot here on this one. Plus 175 over on Fanatics. Give me CBJ in this one.
I kind of lean dog in the first 2 games to start off the card for hockey. Honestly, I'm looking at them. I'm going to end up going opposite way in one of them, or look towards the opposite way in one of them. This is a Columbus team that's been very scrappy. They've been one of the they've been one of those teams that I think they're a point out for a wild card spot right now. Ottawa and Montreal have wild card spots. What the hell is going on with hockey? But this is a Columbus team that I could easily see possibly sneaking into a wild card spot at the end of the year. So a plus 170. This just seems like a game that, hey, you get a Toronto random Wednesday home game against a team that they're going to overlook. I could easily see this one being one of those blunder games for the Leafs.
Yeah. Now, they haven't had as many of those this season as they've had in years past. But yeah,
correct.
This could be one of those sleepy Scotiabank Arena wine and cheese crowd type of nights that Columbus comes in and pulls up off an upset.
There you go.
Head back. Let's see. Okay, cool. By the way, let's give CC Sabathia, a real Yankee warrior. Congratulations to Cleveland Indian and Milwaukee Brewer, CC Sabathia, for your Hall of Fame.
I was about to say, didn't he spend most of his career?
No, we signed a big contract with the Yankees towards the end of his career. Yeah. Leafs or nothing. Leafs first period.
He did spend.
Billy Wagner goes to the Hall of Fame as an Astro, right? Please don't say the Mets. I think it's split.
I don't know. Billy Wagner was big for both teams, so what was his?
I think he had 180 something innings with the Mets with a 2.82 ERA.
He only spent 3 years with the Mets, 3.5 years, where he spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the Houston Astros.
Yeah, he spent more time with the Astros. Yeah, but he was part of that 2006 Mets team. But yeah, morning, gentlemen. What's good? Untouchable. Leafs -1. Rangers puck line, Capitals money line, and Canadians money line. We're good. Yes. Yeah. The what do you call it? The Oilers were my only loss last night. No way Columbus can win this. Give me the Jackets plus 170. Okay. CBJ is an ugly team that'll fall out and drop to the bottom of the league. I see. I could see that eventually. But they haven't really done that enough for me to be like, yeah, that's going to happen right now. National money line and the over. Never in doubt. There you go. Jokic is amazing. Another triple-double.
MVP. That is, by the way, that's his 13th triple-double this year. With before the fourth quarter started, and not to mention, that's 4 straight games of him getting a triple-double and not even playing the fourth quarter. MVP, and it's not even close. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else.
Yeah. Will the Indians ever come back? No.
I wish.
No, they won't.
I wish.
CBJ first period. Don't hate that. Definitely should go over. Or will it stay Guardians? The name is. I actually don't mind the name.
I prefer Spiders.
The Cleveland Spiders would have been awesome. But yeah. Nobody goes to the Hall of Fame as a Met. Think about it. Wow, you really don't know MLB. You really don't know baseball history. Because there are a few Mets Hall of Famers. Between like Casey Stengel and Tom Seaver was a big Met there. Like I get it. You're just trying to be a dick, but no, players go in the Hall of Fame as Mets. Contest plays for baseball when it starts. It'll be easier to track. Yeah, I can see that. But the people won't pay in. These gamblers, yeah, they're gamblers. They bet all this money but can't put in $6 to. Yeah. I'm talking to you, 446. We're not even going to bring up that conversation. That's an underpayment. I think 5 first-round picks would be the starter in the move, along with a couple NBA-ready players. Like, if I'm trying to think of what type of...
I don't think anybody can afford him.
Nobody would afford a trade for Jokic because they'd be asking for probably an all-star level player and 5 first-round picks.
Not to mention his contract is 5 years, $276.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to go and try to grab that contract.
Yeah. Spiders would be sick. Yeah. Westbrook and Jokic for the championship this year.
That'd be fun. I can see it.
Yeah. I'm talking in our lifetime. No Met Hall of Famer. I think there will be a couple. I think David Wright will eventually.
I don't think he will.
It was only his first year on the ballot. I think eventually it'll be what you get 10 years on the ballot. It'll be year 9 or 10 for David Wright, but I think he'll squeak in. I think if he does enough, I think Lindor one day.
I think Lindor will be a Hall of Famer.
Lindor, I think, has put in enough of a resume.
And by the end of his career, he'll be more known for a Met than an Indian.
Yeah. And then Juan Soto is going to go to the Hall of Fame wearing a New York Mets cap. Yeah. As well. Why would they trade top 3 odds?
Yeah, they're not going to.
They're not going to.
446 is just an idiot.
Sabres money line was fun too. Home Canucks suck. Yes. OKC can give the Nuggets a boatload. Holmgren and some other. It would take a Chet Holmgren, probably another NBA-ready prospect, and 5 first-round picks. Like, 5 first-round picks is a massive underpayment for whoever's getting Jokic. Like, that would be like going to a Lamborghini dealership and giving them $30,000 for it. Like, that's not going to happen at all. But we'll move on. 2 games remaining on the card. We have the Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets. The Avalanche minus 125 favorites. Total 5.5 in this one here. I have this game projected closer towards a pick'em, and I have this game projected for 5.355 goals. So I have this game projected pretty close to where it is. This is a game that I'll be paying attention to for future's sake. Because I split the 1 unit each at Colorado and Minnesota to win the division. And this is a very important game for Colorado if they want to start making a charge to catch the Winnipeg Jets, as they are currently. What is it? They are currently 8 points behind the Jets, with no games in hand. The Wild are 5 points behind the Jets, and the Stars are 6 points behind the Jets. So if the Avalanche want to start making a move, they have to win this game in regulation. But I'm not laying a number with the Avalanche. My numbers have the Jets as a slight favorite in this game, so it would be Winnipeg or nothing. But it's a play here for me.
I took the Dogs in the first 2 games. If I'm looking anywhere in the last 2, it's both home teams puck lined. You're getting I can get plus 200 Yeah, 200 for Colorado and then 205 for LA later. If I'm going after anything, which the thing is, I don't really feel the need to bet a lot of hockey. Hockey's not my strong sport. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go and try to bet every single hockey game. If I'm going after anything today, in the early games, it's the two dogs. In the late games, it's the two favorites on the puck line.
Fair. Well, I'd rather keep the best player right now and possibly the best of all time one day. Yeah. My prediction: if OKC falls short this year, they call the Nuggets for Joker.
The Nuggets are not trading Joker. It's not happening.
And when the GM of the Denver Nuggets picks up the phone and hears them say that, he'll laugh his ass off and then hang up. So that's pass. Only reason Soto goes into the Hall of Fame is the Mets because Cohen would give him another $500 million as bribe. No. It's because he's going to continue to put up MVP caliber numbers like he has his entire career. He will be a top 5 MVP candidate for the next 7 to 10 years. And even after that, he'll be a pretty solid hitter because he's 26 years old. And it's not like they gave a contract to a 32-year-old for 15 years through his age 47 season. They gave it to one of the youngest and best free agents baseball has ever seen. So, no, he will continue to put up the numbers that he has his entire career, that he has a track history of doing. And it'll be at the Mets. He'll probably have a ring to go with it. Because I think during Juan Soto's career, the Mets will win a championship. I do. I think in his time with the Mets, they will get one at least. And he will be a Met in the Hall of Fame. Tim's favorite team, Buff, is Buff. Who would listen to him?
Exactly. That's my point. I'm not biased towards anybody because my team sucks.
Yeah. Jets first period, Avalanche full game. My number one prediction: Soto home run total under 30 this year.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. My favorite team is gone. Who would listen to me? Yeah, poor Coyotes. They'll be back. Avs seem to fall behind early recently. Yeah. Can't wait to talk futures for baseball and props.
I already got on my futures bet for baseball, so I'm excited for it too.
I have not, and I'm going to be diving deep with the next little bit here to do that. But I already know a few I'm looking at. What's good, Nick Nasty? We'll move on. Final game of the card: the Florida Panthers, the LA Kings. Kings minus 110, total of 5.5 in this game. Florida coming in off of a win last game. They won 5-2 last night against the Anaheim Ducks. On the flip side, we have the LA Kings. They're coming in off of back-to-back losses, 5-1 and 4-2 against Pittsburgh and Seattle. So they've gone over the total in 3 straight games now at this 5.5 number. On the flip side, we have Florida coming in, and they are on back-to-back wins. They beat Anaheim in Florida, then they turn around and beat Anaheim last night. I have this game projected for the Panthers to be the favorite, around minus 110. And I have this game projected for 6.24 goals. I think this game's an over. And I'm going to move on this over. Another spot very similar to the Devils game where it is, for me, it is a game that I have projected in the 6s that I'm getting 5.5. So give me the over 5.5 minus 105. If I'm looking at a side, it'd be Florida Panthers or nothing. But yeah, over 5.5 for me. I'm getting minus 105 over on Fanatics.
There you go. As I mentioned in the last game, I would look towards the Kings puck line. You get plus 205. Whenever I get a close pick'em game like that, normally I look towards the puck line. I think there's value in doing so. This is a Florida team that, yes, I'm not going to sell them short. They're a very good team. They're on a second game of a road trip where they'll end up playing San Jose, and then the biggest game that they'll play is against Vegas. I'm going to go Kings here. This is a Kings team that has been really solid this year, 25, 14, and 5. Although they've lost 4 out of their last 5, I think after coming home last game and losing, there's a this would be their bounce back spot. Give me the Kings here, puck line at like plus 205. So small bets on all 4 games. The 2 dogs in the first games and the 2 puck lines in the second games.
Fair. Judge gave Soto his best season ever. I mean, I feel like he had better seasons with Washington. Like the one where he won the World Series as a 19-year-old, I believe.
I believe Juan Soto didn't have the best. I mean, he had a good year, but he didn't have his best year. Let's look. I'm looking that up real quick.
Yeah. Can't wait to watch Soto do nothing in that line. I swear, if the Yankees would have signed Juan Soto, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But seeing that he's a New York Met, he's going to suck. He's fat. He's going to be a DH. He's going to be terrible. He's not going to do anything. It's amazing the way that scripts flipped when it doesn't go their way.
I would say his last year and 2019 for him were pretty similar numbers. 34 home runs to 41 last year, 110 to 109 RBIs for 2019. He definitely drew more walks last year, but that's just because he had a little bit more protection in New York, so he's going to get walked more. But you look at it, his batting average is slightly better last year, but honestly, he should be. He was going into a big season, and this was his year 25, and that was his year 20. So, yeah, you definitely see a little bit of progress from him, but he had a massive year in Washington in 2019, so I don't even know. You can make the argument either way.
Yep. All right. Panthers money line. Kings burned me last 2 games. Okay. White Sox team total over wins 1K, placing my futures. I love it. And I can't wait. Ready? I'm looking it up real quick. The schedule's hopping in ahead here. It'll be on September 28th. September 28th, we'll have a 2:00 stream for when they are 50 and 111. It'll be the Nationals and the White Sox, and we'll be watching as they try to get over their win total. There you go. San Jose money line definitely Saturday, though small bet. Fair. I'm realistic, Earle. I know Met free agents always flop. Lindor didn't.
That was a trade. I wasn't free agent.
But then they signed him. They extended him. Yeah. Are you guys doing NFL playoff picks? Yes, on Sunday. We'll be going over those games on Sunday. So I was right. Judge gave this Soto the best year.
I mean, until the Mets sign Vladdy this year, and then Vladdy will give him better protection.
Soto will be Jason Bay. I think it's a totally different situation than Jason Bay.
I think that's stupid.
That they're not even in the same realm. Like, if we're talking a comparison to Jason Bay, I would consider him more like a Tyrone Taylor.
I was going to go more towards a Starling Marte.
Starling Marte is another good example, but Starling Marte is actually hit with the Mets. So. We need Earle's girls playoff picks.
Yes, you'll get them.
51 and 111. 110, yes. Does the show have to end? So much fun. Yes, because we are done with all of the games.
There you go. That's going to wrap it up for today. We'll be back again tomorrow with another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Make sure you guys are following all the social medias. Become a member of the YouTube channel if you want to support the channel. And maybe we might do another baseball contest. So I would be so scared. No, please no Earle's first. Okay, you know what? Shut up. We like to do content pieces. It's fun for us to do it. Just let us do it. Let us have fun with it. That's going to do it. See you guys.